Now, I don't mind a bit of clutter in my workshop, but this is what we call in Northern Ireland a ridiculous situation. The place is full up with old tools, and some of them are very interesting. Do come and have a look. You probably recognise a few of these things, like a very old bit and brace, and some auger drills. These things here, do you know what those are? That's a plumber's mallet for beating down the lead around the flashing on a chimney or similar. Because of course in those days plumbers were plumbers, lead workers. What about that for a mystery tool? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you stew on that one. You'll have to figure it out for yourself. And look at the box on that one. Oh boy, look at that. Superb. I bet you the box is better than the tool though. And what else have we got? What's called a whirling hygrometer, which is to test humidity, wet and dry thermometers. We slide rule doodad to help you calculate what you find out from this. Look at that wee tap set there. That's something. Each one of those, you can move it out, you see, so you can pull one out and that size, different sizes to tap things. I've never seen one of those before, and I've got two of them. Small and big. What about that? What a tool, eh? But these weirdo tools, there's a good one, who knows what that is, are only the half of it. Wait till you see the rest of the clutter there is in here. Now, you think I have succumbed to auction fever, don't you? But that's not what happened. A pal of mine at church, Alan, his dad passed away a couple of years ago and left all these tools in his very extensive workshop. Alan asked me, is there anything that we can do with these tools? Well, I thought of men's sheds, hobby clubs, even went round some local schools to ask if they'd like to have these second-hand tools, and nobody was interested. But I did find somebody who is interested in having good serviceable second-hand tools, and that's what all these are. They may be old, they're a bit dusty, some of them have got some surface rust, but they're all in good working condition. If I want a new set of drill bits or a handsaw or any kind of tool at all really, I go to the next village and I can have one in half an hour. Or I can order it on Amazon and it's here in a day or two. But there are some places in the world you just can't do that. In rural Africa, South America, the satellite nations in Europe like Latvia and parts of the Ukraine, they just don't have that luxury. So they're looking for tools that are good but second hand and can be reused. And this is an ideal thing for people to do, to try and get these tools reused. Now, perhaps like me, you're coming of an age where you know your parents' generation are leaving behind things that nobody really wants. Well, there are people who want those things. Now, what I'm going to do with these tools, day after tomorrow actually, I'm taking them to a charitable organisation called the Methodist Container Ministry. They fill up a container with all sorts of things that folks in rural Africa need, like clothing, toiletry stuff, cleaning things, toys for children, and tools. And tools don't have to be workshop tools. They can be things like sewing machines, sewing equipment, scissors, all stuff like that that you and I totally take for granted. So if you're in this situation where you find that you have tools that you don't want anymore, or you know of somebody who has sadly passed away and left a good big workshop, then try and find some organisation near where you live so that you can donate those tools to folks who will actually use them. I know, like you, that when I die, I want somebody to be using my tools. I want somebody to be getting the good out of these things because they're going to outlast me by many, many years. So have a look around, see if you can find a church organisation that does this sort of thing. And if that doesn't agree with you, if you prefer something like a secular organisation, there are plenty of charities that do this like that as well. For example, in England, there's an organisation called Tools for Self-Reliance. And there's also a Christian one in England called Tools with a Mission. But if you look hard enough, you'll find somebody who wants these things. If I can do it, you can do it. So thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. I'm sorry to have preached, but at least you got to see some groovy tools. Thanks for watching. God's greatest blessing on you. And as always, you're always welcome.